A great outlook is never determined by your situation. A great outlook is never determined by your situation. Now, in the world, it's always determined by their situation, but in God's kingdom, it is never determined by the situation. And I can prove it. If we go back to our passage for today, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1, it's easy to miss this, and you don't want to miss it. At the very beginning, Paul says, as a prisoner for the Lord then, I urge you. As a prisoner for the Lord is not a philosophical statement that, oh, yeah, we're prisoners and so we've got it bad. Our government's given us a difficult time. We're losing the freedom of religion. That's not what he's talking about. When Paul says he's a prisoner, you know what he means? It means he's in jail. He's a prisoner. He's in chains. This is about 60 AD. He was writing from a jail cell in Rome. And so as he's writing this, he's in custody. And being in custody in the first century wasn't like being in custody today. He had no rights as a prisoner. He had no 3 square meals a day, and he couldn't sue the government if he didn't like what was going on. In fact, he was always just minutes or days away from being killed. And so he's in prison when he writes this. And so he writes all these beautiful words and this description about how we ought to be from the worst kind of situation that he could possibly be in. In fact, whatever your situation is today, if you're sitting there thinking, well, Pastor, you're not living my life, I bet it's better than Paul's life. I don't see any chains on your hands and feet. And so from that perspective, he wrote this. A great outlook is never determined by our situation. Whatever your situation, it's better than Paul's was.